This individual has a very different definition of passport, bro, than we have. All right. His definition of passport, bro, is strictly sex tourist. That's his definition.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop my scheduled programming because I was already in the middle of making a video project about Afro-Colombian food from the Pacific Coast. Because as we all know, a lot of not good tourists, they fly to Colombia and they think that we all eat paisa food, which are people from their cultural region. And it's not that they're bad. It's just that it reflects their paisa culture. I'm not a paisa, not everybody's a paisa. And unfortunately, the Afro-Colombian coast from the Pacific side, which has deep African traditions in seafood, get overlooked by people. So now this particular gentleman, he made a video response to me that was not so positive. It was a little bit negative. So I'm going to do a little clapback. But before that, I would like to point out that there's another person made another video towards me, and I want to give him a shout out because him as a person who travels the world, who is married to a Dominican, he listens to what I'm talking about and he gives good advice to other people.
Hey friends, I want to react to my friend here, Ray. He's from Colombia, and he has a lot of good content on Colombia. He also has made several videos critical of passport bros. And I asked him a question. Now, that doesn't let the passport pookies, I call them. I don't call them passport bros. I'm talking about pookies who have passport off the hook for poor behavior.
For the single male traveler who really wants to travel and find love, he gives a lot of good advice, okay? And not only that, he tells people how to travel, how to be a good representative of your country and be in other countries. Because he asked me a question and I was explaining some of the grievances that my people have with some travelers. How to be discreet, how to be respectful. He himself is married. I think he said he was married to a Dominican woman. He comes from a different time, all right? So yeah, for the people, I will suggest that for the people who are really trying to travel, who are trying to actually find culture, who are trying to find love, go to him. And on his TikTok is right there, Marvin Persons, okay? Now let's get back to the other guy who made this video against me because I gave the same energy that you give me.
All right. He gets all of his false information from this guy named Nana Kwaku.
Let me tell you 3 things that you do not know about me, okay? Number 1, I get my information from my own people. I speak fluent Spanish in Colombia. I have dual citizenship. I live there. I went to school there, and I'm hearing from all the different corners of Colombia of people talking about you, okay? From all the way in the Guajira province, all the way down the Amazon, the Andean Amazonian region, where the Amazon meets the Amazon. And I have friends who have gone into the Amazon. I have indigenous friends. I have friends from the Pacific. I have people that have gone into the, friends who have gone into the Llanos, which is the flatlands, from the different 4 corners. And my people are getting fed up and tired. And many times I have showed many clips, Spanish and English, of Colombians complaining about you. Number 2, you're saying, oh, well, it's a different thing. You're just labeling passport bros as sex tourists. Okay, you see this person right here? This person is a reporter from El País.
¿Ha escuchado hablar sobre los passport boys o passport bros? A ver, le cuento. El año pasado Medellín superó todos los récords en turismo. A la ciudad llegaron 1.400.000 personas de muchas partes de Colombia y del mundo. Sin embargo, a veces detrás de esos grupos de viajeros hay más que la intención de conocer lugares bonitos. Este puntualmente es el caso de los passport boys, passport bros o passport kings.
I got the wrong one. She's from El Colombiano, the Colombian. And there was another one. No, there was another group of women I remember from reporters that were from, I think, El Heraldo, the Herald, the Colombian Herald. And yeah, multiple people have done reports on you guys. You think that we're just a bunch of dumb people from like South America or something like that. Like, we're wise to the game, you know. Okay. Many times I have put her on my channel, Spanish and English subtitles, so you can read and you could hear the intonation of her voice. I have done the voice translation, and she has explained that basically in Colombia, passport bros are sex tourists. You can tell me all the stories that you want in the world. Oh, that you're down there for love, that you want to go there for culture and everything else. No, because we all know passport bros go down to Colombia for traditional women like the women behind me. You see, when I think of a traditional woman, I think of like a woman from Boyacá.
Ahora sí, sus mercedes, les voy a contar esa sorpresa que les teníamos. Ambiente Virita, mi pueblo, tierra de maravillas. Acá en el Valle de Tensa, sus
Because we all know that passport bros love to go hiking deep in the woods and looking at waterfalls, and definitely not going to Medellin where the adult services workers are at. No, they're not going for that. Definitely not that. You could see he said that people that look like him like to take a deep walk in the woods, going and looking at waterfalls, right? He said that people that look like him, right? Passports that look like him, that will go into the mountains and do cultural things. Definitely not going to the big city where all the process. Definitely not that. No, definitely not that. Right? I can see these passport bros dancing carranga, which is a type of music local to Boyacá, and they pick up the accent and the way of speaking. Su merced, thy mercy. How can I help you, thy mercy? No, listen, I'm going to be honest with you from one person to the next. What my people are saying, anybody who's a single male traveler, okay, that goes to Colombia is considered a sex tourist, including me, who speaks fluent Spanish, and I can go to certain parts of my country, and they won't even know that I can speak English. They won't even know. And because I have friends in Cartagena, and he sat down with me, with his family, with his mom, with his grandma, with his sister, and everything else. He goes, listen, when a single male traveler comes here, even if they're Colombian, we're going to automatically label you as a ex-tourist until we get to know you. Now, are there tourists that go to Colombia that don't involve themselves in that? Of course. The ones that go down there with their families, the ones that go down there for culture. And we're going to cover that because I saw your whole video. And number 3, he's talking about Nana Kwaku. Nana Kwaku is an African man who, just like me, he doesn't like passport bros going to Ghana and different parts of Africa and treating the continent like a brothel. Just like me, he lived in Cartagena. He lived from 2009 with his African wife, okay, from 2009 to 2016. And for those who have seen my videos, know that I just got a 5-year long-term relationship with a woman that I was in love with from the northern coast. And many times I keep on telling people, each region of Colombia is a different country. This is how I know. This is how I know you passport bros are lying. All right. And what does this have to do with anything? He told me that he told me every street, because I know the city inside and out, Cartagena. I've been to the small towns around the city. All right. He was there from 2009 to 2016. What happened in 2016? There was a peace process with the largest guerrilla group, left-wing guerrilla group called the Revolutionary Forces of Colombia. After that, everybody started flowing in, including these so-called passport bros. Bonus number 4. He keeps telling me that I get all my information from Nana Kwaku. No, I just met him like 2 or 3 months ago. All right. And if you go back far into my channel, you will understand that I've been dealing with this because I have many Colombians who are pushing me. Just so you understand, I have Colombians who are pushing me, Spanish and English, who are influencers, who are YouTubers, who are TikTokers, all right, who make complaints about you. And some of these people have followers in the millions in Colombia. And I'm not exaggerating. I'm not like how some people like to exaggerate and lie. I'm not exaggerating. The difference between them and me is that I face you guys head on, and I'm telling you what my people are telling, because things are starting to happen, and I'm trying to watch out for you. I'm trying to watch out for everybody. I want to keep everybody safe, but you guys don't want to listen to me. I lived there during the height of the Civil War, and we're still in the Civil War. It's just a little bit toned down right now in certain parts. This is why you're able to go and visit.
Who is one of his cohorts, and they've been on pretty much YouTube spreading a lot of misinformation about passport bros in general, instead of just talking about tourists that behave badly.
False. My channel is primarily a YouTube travel channel. It is a bilingual channel. Go back and look at my videos. I speak in Spanish. I speak in English. I put subtitles in Spanish. I put subtitles in English. And I stated many times that it was not about fighting passport bros. I don't know where you get an idea from. I talked about bad tourists, especially the infamous Mr. J. You know, the Korean from LA, the racist one? See how I know you're full of it? See how I know that you're lying?
What they do is, like, if they see a tourist behaving badly, they'll just call them a passport bro.
That just depends on the situation. How many times did I mention Mr. J? How many times did I mention the African Colombian food is one of the best in the world? How many times have I mentioned that we do not like arrogant people who come to our country and are disrespectful to us? You know, like being naked on top of a statue in Cartagena? But once again, you want to blame it on me because you're just mad that we won't let you touch our women.
Especially if they're Black American.
So you're talking about like the Mexican passport bro, whom I did 2 videos about 2 weeks ago, because he said that Colombia is supposedly the most barbaric country he has ever been in. Number 2, he left me a comment that according to him, my country of Colombia is the most barbaric country that he has ever seen? If so, why does he have a playlist of 17 videos that he made about Colombia? But wait, there's more. I did some research and he actually has more videos that he made that is not in that playlist. The most recent one is a few months ago. So, and the earliest video is about 5 years ago. Do the math. So if you're doing a video 5 years ago and you found out it had to be the most horrible barbaric country on the planet, but yet he's still doing videos, you know what that means? It means he's visiting the prostitute areas. Ladies that were dancing in a sensuous way, that wasn't Colombia, that was Cancun, that was Mexico, by the way. All right. So they're quote unquote dating. Do you think that's dating? I don't think that's dating. Does he mean Mr. Army Travels guy? The same guy who left me 68 comments in my comment section. The same guy who said that he will always have access to a women. The same guy who said that my country, it is the worst society that he's ever been in, and there are street workers all over the place in every itty bitty town that he's ever been in. And then I magically caught him in a Passport Bro group telling people, hey guys, you need to check out the IDs of the girls because you know what? It is 14 years of age, legal over there. And one of their Passport Bros, Mr. Famous Passport Bro Floyd, which you see up here, okay, he got arrested in Brazil. For what? For transporting little kids and for having material of little kids. And the government of Brazil also mentioned the Passport Bros as being a possible international group of criminals. Most likely he's going to deny it and say that he's not, but I have evidence that may suggest otherwise. Leave me nice comments like he will always have access to our women.
Esta es una de las razones por las que Medellín estamos hartos del turismo sexual. Pues resulta y acontece que en la ciudad de Medellín, Colombia, muchas personas de diferentes países están viniendo a nuestra ciudad a adquirir turismo sexual.
In Colombia, we do not want more Americans to come and exploit our girls, boys, and adolescents.
He will go victim blaming, saying, oh, it's your guys' fault because you have a very immoral society and it's rampant in every city where he went.
Colombia.
To mention to you is that he got caught donating and commentating on a Passport Bro travel channel because one of their own got caught in Brazil and was accused by the Brazilian government for messing with little kids.
Wild work in Brazil. Check them IDs, fellas.
Oh, parce, you got some explaining to do. You thought I didn't see that, did ya? When somebody does this in Colombia, that means you're in trouble, bro. So why is it that when Floyd Wallace, a Passport Bro, got caught in Brazil for trafficking underage minors and who was arrested, who was accused by the government of these horrible things, you are here still telling people, hey guys, check out their IDs. Don't you think that looks awful? Don't you think that looks terrible on your part and you want to sit here and you want to have the moral high ground?
Quick search on the internet and Google shows that the age of consent is 14 in Brazil. The fact that Army Guy Travels is telling people to check IDs is very suspect.
So let me ask you a question. Interestingly, Mr. Army Guy Travels has accused me of only focusing on white people and putting the ism of the word rice. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm trying not to get deleted here or have my video taken down. And it's really funny. It's really funny how Passport Bros attack each other in the comment section. Because white Passport Bros and black Passport Bros will attack each other in the comment section. The black Passport Bros are like, no, the white Passport Bros do it too. And they touch little kids. And you're just jealous because we got bigger pickles. I literally been told that. All right. And some of them have even tried to throw the ice cubes at me. Yeah. From the orange juice. They threaten me with the ice cubes. And then you have the white Passport Bros. Well, the black ones are really loud. Those are the ones you have a problem with. And then I've been accused of only attacking white ones. Okay. How does that make sense? No, you guys want to throw each other under the bus because you don't want to have any type of accountability for all the things that you're doing. All right. And it's not just Colombia. It is Japan. It is also Costa Rica and it's Brazil. Every country has some type of gripe against you guys. It's not me. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you this. I'm trying to watch out for you because I do not want anything to happen to you. But for some reason, you want to say, oh, he hates black people and that's why he goes after them. When I'm trying to save your life. I'm trying to save your life. And other Colombian YouTubers are trying to save your life. And what do? You attack us.
Now, Black Americans are a small percentage of the travelers there, but there's a heavy focus on the Black Americans.
I have a lot of white Passport Bros in my comment section tell me that I only focus on the white ones and that I am putting the ism before the word rice. Make that make sense.
Some strange, bizarre reason. And he seemed to think that if someone is behaving themselves and they're not a passport bro. That's how this clown thinks.
So he calls me a clown. So me trying to save your life and protect you is being a clown. All right, you know what a clown is? When a Colombian YouTuber is standing in front of a mass grave, who is not me, all right, and because of the civil war, and then you have passport bros who say, I don't care about the deaths and I do not care about the civil war. And then said passport bro says, I'm only here for the women. And then the Colombian YouTuber makes a video replying, say, hey, this is the reason why Colombians do not like you.
This is why Colombians don't like gringos. Too many of y'all have this type of attitude. So I'm making a video about the history of Colombia and about the Civil War and about how a lot of people who come to visit don't really educate themselves on a little bit of the history. And this wasn't the only guy who made that type of comment. There was a handful of other people who commented the same thing. And I make Colombia content. I make content out here in my beautiful country.
Specific Colombian YouTuber made that video. You had other passport bros attacking him, say they do not care about the Civil War. And I made videos against them.
We are there for the women and the women only. No one cares about the war, which is fair. When you go on vacation and you're doing your thing, I mean.
A little butthurt about a comment that he got.
Yeah, because he's standing in front of a mass grave of 500 people, and my people are dying currently. Showing you actual combat footage in El Cauca against guerrilla military forces. This is just what happened recently in the last few months. My people are dying, bro. My people are dying. Oh, once again, who is being a clown here, okay? Because you passport bros are going to my country. Up to me with that excuse that they're not passport bros, okay? Because Skylar the Ruin literally said that he's a passport bro, all right? What's his name? Travel Time with Ryan. He said that he's a passport bro. At one time, the guy who got caught in Brazil, what's his name? Floyd Wallace. He said there was a passport bro, and you know what happened? Plenty of people started saying, I'm not a passport bro. I've never been part of that group. Now everybody wants to not use that name anymore. They want to change it, right? Blue book, whatever you want to call yourself, in the middle of a civil war, and you're laughing at us, mocking at the deaths of hundreds and sometimes thousands of people. Okay, one of the biggest displacements on the planet is from Colombia. All right. And I'm here watching out for you, Mr. Passport Bro, because I do not want you to get deleted. I do not want you to suffer or to disappear because you are going to get in trouble with military warlords. We have many different militia factions going against each other. Do you know who the ELN is? The National Liberation Army? Do you know who the EPN is? Do you know who the dissidents of the FARC is? And that's just the left side. Do you know about the right side? Do you know about the Black Eagles? Do you know about the auto self-defense forces of Colombia that broke into different groups? The lords of I don't know what. So many different names, so many different warlords fighting against each other. My people are dying, and all you care about is getting vajayjay. Don't tell me you're going down there for culture. You're not fooling nobody. People, do you know what a praying mantis is? A praying mantis is an insect, is a bug. It's related with the roach, okay? And the praying mantis, the female praying mantis, is bigger than the male mantis. And the male mantis is desperate because it needs to procreate that it will mate with her. And you know what she does? She turns around and bites his head off. All right. These people are so desperate. They are going to a little war zone, which is my country of Colombia, by the way. All right. And they're going to a war zone, and people like me are watching out for him. And you know what the first thing he does? Oh, you're just going after black people. Okay. Andres on Earth may be light skinned, but you know, Carlos from the Colombian travel guide, he's black. He is a black Colombian. And he literally stated,
because in Colombia, like, they don't play those games. Listen up, and this is information that I'm going to say so this can be clear to the guys, because I don't like to bring too much of what I know to the channel and to social media, because we never know. You know what I mean? And the real bosses, you know, it's not the police.
I'm going to explain what he's really saying. And no, it's not because his English is not exactly perfect. When us Colombians are trying to warn you, we have to talk in a different language. I'm speaking to you in English, but I'm actually meaning something else. When there were kabooms going off in the city of Cali, and Andres on Earth covered that, okay? He said, I cannot mention names. Listen to what the travel guy said. He goes, I cannot bring too much to the table with what I know. Us Colombians cannot bring too much to the table with what we know. We know a lot, but we talk in private, we cannot put it on here. All right. And then he says, the real bosses of Cartagena, you will have to pay, and they're not the cops. Hint, hint, wink, wink. All right. And many times I have told you, and many times us Colombians are telling you, guys, you need to calm down because it's going to get pretty dangerous for you. I'm going to make a little confession to you and to everybody who's watching. All right. When I made that video about the fight in the club in Cartagena, a lot of Colombians, some of them my family, including Americans, came out to me and say, hey, you're putting yourself in danger. I know you're trying to watch out for them, and I know you're trying to protect them, but you're putting yourself in danger because you not by trying to warn them, you're bringing eyes on them. THEM, and by mean them, I'm not talking about the police, and I'm not talking about the government. And right, and this will be the last and final time I stick my neck out for you guys because I'm literally giving way too much information. All right. So, and you want to call me a clown? I'm trying to protect you, trying to save your life, but you are so desperate for a woman's sugar walls from my country because you treated nothing like a brothel. You do not respect it. You do not care about us. You do not care that we have different dialects. You do not care that we have different racial mixes. You do not care that each different region is a separate country. You do not understand that we are regionalists and each Colombian fights with another region. Who has better food? Who has better language? Who has better form of culture? You do not understand that. You know absolutely zero. And you do not understand that we're in the middle of a civil war. And he's telling you, guys, calm down because you're going to have to pay for the bosses. And he says, I cannot say much because you never know. The same eyes that watch you are the same eyes that watch me. And the same eyes that watch me can take care of me if I start to interfere with business. And you passport bros are starting to interfere with business because this is why I report it. No longer will I stick my neck out for you. Will I report on passport bro nonsense? I will. Let's remove that variable of those bosses. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Okay? You still have the local people to worry about. I understand how my country is. And people are talking, bro. People are talking. I'm talking about Pereira. I'm talking about Cali. I'm talking about Popayan. Why the Popayan is so far south where you don't get that many tourists and passport bros? They're talking. We don't want them here. We know who they are. Okay? Everybody has internet. Everybody has Facebook. And every time you passport bros get into some nonsense, okay, over the oldest trade in the world, people are talking. Even in the Amazon, the indigenous people, they have TikToks. Everybody knows. Every square inch of Colombia knows. Quit lying to me. You keep on telling me that you're not that you're not one of those bad actors. Show me one passport bro in the cathedral assault. Okay? Show me one passport bro listening to Vallenato. Show me one passport bro listening to Joropo Llanero. Okay? Show me you guys how many tribes have I named? I have named like at least 10 tribes already. Have you visited them? They're in Medellin also. They're in Bogota. They're in Cali. Do you see them? How come I don't see you in the festival of the blacks and the whites, the carnival of the blacks and the whites in Pasto? How come I don't see you in the Petronio Alvarez festival? I don't. You're lying. We know what you're there for. My house is not your brothel. My house is not your brothel, and I'm trying to warn you. Things are starting to get pretty tense. And all it's going to take is one passport bro, even if he's not a passport bro. All it's going to take is one foreigner who's going to make a mistake, and then it's going to be real trouble coming. And the government will not be able to stop it. I lived in this. I know what it's like. I'm trying to protect you. And you want to sit here and call me a clown?
So, you gotta understand that he gets this information from a person who has a bias, and they work actively to take channels down off YouTube because they get their followers. I mean, they're not doing it themselves. They get their followers to do it, to mass reporting channels to have them taken down.
One of my commenters says he thinks it's really funny that I'm sending people to look at rivers and statues, and I know what they want. And it's definitely not Leticia. It's definitely not Florencia. I can guarantee you this person I'm responding to has no idea what Leticia is. For my friends, for my real followers, if you want to know what Leticia is, it's a tri-border town between Colombia, Brazil, and Peru. You can step onto one side, you speak Portuguese. Step to one side, you're in Peru. You step to one side, you're also in Colombia. and there's a lot of native indigenous people close by. There's an island full of monkeys that can take you in canoes and live with tribes and stuff like that. Ecotourism. Do you think the guy that's speaking to me, he's the type of guy that's going to go to Colombia to hang out with the indigenous people and do ecotourism, looking at animals and canoes and going through the Amazon River? No, he doesn't. He's who is he trying to kid? He's a passport bro, guaranteed.
All right. So they can say, well, I didn't take down the channel. No, but you encourage your followers to report a channel.
So I have never, ever, either in Spanish or English, ever told anybody to report a channel. I'm sorry. Nana Kwaku has talked about it. Nana Kwaku has actually reported Giamu Jackson, and some of his followers has, but I have never, ever, under any circumstances, not even insisted, not even said indirectly. Okay, never. I don't know who you talking about. And you know what? For the people out there, he's pissed off. And I figured out why. Because his channel got shut down. You see, my friends, when Mr. Floyd Wallace, Passport Epstein, got arrested, YouTube started shutting down a whole bunch of channels that were related towards the Passport Bro scene. Because a lot of these people had secondary links for, X-rated videos that they were doing with the women. And they were doing things that were illegal, which I'm not going to talk about because the algorithm may get me. So yeah, no, you're just bitter. You're bitter that we cannot let you have our women. I'm sorry, boohoo, 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 boohoo. You're trying to twist this and make it a color thing. This is why I got the two little babies here of two different colors, because you both are the same.
To report a channel to where it was taken down. All right, because they clearly said it in their little chat.
When Floyd Wallace, okay, Passport Bro Floyd Wallace, got caught in Brazil with underage kids, all right, and he got arrested, YouTube did not play those type of games. And anybody who was either associated with him or had things that were similar to him was being taken down, okay? And rumor on the word on the street is that the government of Brazil and the government of the United States may be working together. So no, it's not that. Like people's sites were getting taken down left and right. People whom I didn't even know when I just went online, all of a sudden they were talking about it. So no, you think I sit here and worry about you all day? I'm more worried about what's going on in Colombia right now. There's a huge flood. All right. I like champeta music. Do you know what champeta is? It's African soukous. I am not worried about you, bro. I'm worried about my arepas. I am worried about everything other than you. I do not think about you all day long. You're not the only actor in the game, okay? So this really shows that you have a lot of insecurity. And why are you coming after me? I have no idea. I don't even know you.
What they were doing. I will report your channel. What did I do? And somebody on my channel said something provocative, so that means that I support something or whatever, and which was a bold-faced lie.
So that's what happened. Your channel got taken down, and that's why you're crying like a little passport bro, like a guy who cannot get women, because that has nothing to do with me. My channel is about strictly going to Colombia. When I was in Palmira Valle del Cauca and I filmed it, how come you don't talk about that? When I was in Manizales in the tallest cathedral in the world, why didn't you say anything about that? When I was in La Zapata, why didn't you talk about that? I have La Zapata. You want me to show you the links? I can put up the links. When I was in La Huitrera, I didn't hear you talk about that. I have videos in El Cerrito. I haven't seen you talk about that, right? When I was in Cartago, I didn't hear you talk about that. When I was in Pereira, I didn't hear you talk about that. When I was in Turbaco, I didn't hear you talking about that. When I was in Tolu, no, I didn't never went to Tolu, so I'm not gonna lie about that. All right. When I was in Cartagena, I didn't hear you talk about that. When I was in Barranquilla, I didn't hear you talking about that. When I was in Bogota, I didn't hear you talk about that. I don't see you talking. Why is it when I'm showing all these cultural things, talking about food, different tribes, different languages, different dialects, how come I didn't see you in my comment section there? And you got to say, oh, well, you just have this cohort of people. No, I'm sorry. All right. You turned this, you must have said something. That's your fault. All right. And yes, I do know Nana Kwaku, but I'm not ashamed of it. I am not ashamed of it. And I know lots of people that you don't know, both in English and in Spanish, who are not happy with the whole Passport Bro situation. Are you going to go against them too as well? Are you going to go against all the Spanish speaking channels? What are you going to do? I'm sorry. You put yourself in a situation. I'm sitting here making videos about Afro-Colombian dishes, talking about Pacific culture, right? How they're the most marginalized people in all of Colombia Because even when passport, not even passport bros, when tourists go there, where do they go? Cartagena, Medellin, Bogota. How come they never really go to the far west? The only person that I've seen go out there is a few people. All right, a few YouTubers who speak Spanish only, but they're from like East, like from Germany or from no. I'm gonna like check and in fact they go there, and he's a passport bro. Okay, I give him that respect. Other than that, what are you doing? What are you providing in life? Right? How come my channel hasn't been taken down? Because I don't talk about that. My channel is not an anti-passport bro channel. It is strictly about Colombia. Parce, usted, como dice el sacerdote Luis Toro, a Petronilo se patina el coco, se patina el coco, se patina el coco. I'm not even going to translate that for you. You're going to have to look it up. Look at Father Luis Toro, okay? Father Luis Toro, Toro, all right?
All right, I have no control what someone says on a live stream. Now I will do more diligent, and I'll be more diligent in editing out any provocative comments that anyone makes. But to have somebody's whole channel taken down because of what one person said on a live stream?
This is how I know you're lying. Okay, number one, I have no idea who you are. Zero idea who you are. Number two, I have seen people who said that their entire channel got taken down. They didn't even know why. It just boop, just disappeared. No access to the email, no access to nothing. All right. Were you given a reason? Why don't you take a screenshot and show it to me? Show it to everybody else, making here false accusations. Oh, he's going after people who are black people. No, I don't go after black people. I show you a Mexican passport bro. I show you a white passport bro. I talk to the infamous Mr. J because he got himself coming up. All right. But I have a few projects coming up. And I'm going to do a video in Spanish, strictly in Spanish, because I'm going to make a video response to a few a Colombian woman. All right. And I'm going to put English subtitles. Hopefully you're not too lazy to not read it. All right. Because I want you to see that the Colombian people are not happy with you. They're not, especially in Medellin, especially in Cartagena. I'm hearing what they're talking about. They do not want you there. Of all different types. I've seen old women, young women, kids, officers, police officers. I've even seen people in Congress talking about you, saying horrible things on camera. I can find it if you want me to. I have plenty of evidence. I'm not lying.
And you ignore the rest of the other 3 hours of the live stream? Out of a 3-hour live stream, you take one comment and report a channel to have it taken down. That's playing dirty, I say. But anyway, you got to watch out for these kind of people, all right? And make sure you block this individual and any of his supporters. All right, I'm out.
Parce, ¿usted qué está hablando? What are you talking about? I have no idea what the heck you're talking about. And then you got it against me. Oh, block this individual. You tagged me in 3 different videos. I've been busy. I've been busy doing things. Listen, I didn't go scorch earth on you because we're in Lent. All right. Usually I start off in a different way, right? And I'm trying to change my tone for Lent lives. And we're us Colombians are trying to watch out for you. Don't do that. Again, people, if you made it this far, I am sorry that we had to see like a very negative video. It's not one of my best. Like, I did it halfway. I didn't even care about putting too much thought into it and stuff like that. This guy wasted my time, and he has 2 more videos. I can respond to them, but I'm not going to make a long response to this because trust me, when I do a clapback, I do a clapback. I'm being very nice. I'm giving you the chance to learn as a teaching moment. I'm going to be very honest with you for the last and final time. Cambie su forma de ser. Change your form of thinking. Listen to what the other guy said, Marvin Pearsons. He has a good idea of how to move around. Because I'm telling you this, mi gente, my people are talking, and I'm hearing from all different parts of Colombia, from places that you do not even know exist, from provinces that you do not know how to pronounce. Okay? Everybody's talking. And not everybody knows what passport bros are. Like in Colombia, we call them sexoturistas, as tourists. Okay? But they all know what you're there for 2 things, sometimes 3 things. It's not the place to play those type of games. We are currently in a civil war, the longest civil war on this side of the planet, on the Western hemisphere, from the 1960s. And that's basically an extension of another civil war before that called La Violencia, which is called the violence, okay? Which was absolutely nasty. This some of my ancestors had to run away from. Trust me. I'm trying to watch out for you. But yeah, this will be the last time. Once again, Ray Condor signing off.